About an if statement in Unity C Sharp. And what we're going to do, we're going to go down to the project tab, and in there it has a root folder assets. You want to create a folder called scripts. I already have my folder named scripts, but if you needed to know how, you just right click on your mouse, go up to create, and then click on folder, and then you would type the word scripts, SCRIPTS, and then you would hit enter, and then that will create a folder, and then you would double click on that folder, and then you'll be inside of that folder. I went ahead and deleted my folder because I had already have it created. So I have assets, and then I have scripts, and then to create a script, I already have my script done. It's called Bridge. But if you needed to create the script, you go to right click, create, click on C Sharp script, and then you can name it anything that you want depending upon what you want the script to do. I'm going to put delete because I don't need it, but just to show you as an example on how to create one. Okay, great. And then you can just double click on it and it will create the script. Since mine's already done, I'm just going to double click on Bridge. Okay, now this is our C Sharp script, and I want to explain what we're seeing on the screen. That automatically will come at the top. That the using system.collections will automatically appear there. Using system.collections.generic. It'll automatically come with the script. Using Unity Engine, it'll most likely always be there, the using Unity Engine. And then the public class bridge. Now that bridge right there is the name of your file. So here you'll notice I have bridge.cs, and it has public class bridge. It's just the name of the file. And then the next line is serialized field game object bridge activate. And then the next line is serialized field game object player. It's just like what it says. I want to activate my bridge in my game. I would just drag the bridge into that serialized field. The player is just very self-explanatory. Just drag the player into the serialized field, and we'll go over that. It's really easy. And so the next function you will always use in every single game. It's private void on trigger enter collider other. Now let me explain what on trigger enter means. It means when your player walks into a zone and you want to know that the player is in the zone. So if the player is in the zone, then go ahead and activate the bridge. That's basically what it's saying. So here I have my if statement, the famous if statement. If the game object that walks into the zone pretty much is a player, then go ahead and trigger event. And in this event, I want it to trigger is bridge activate the game object dot set active to true. So it's going to activate the bridge because the player is standing in the zone. So let me go over that just one more time. Just want to make sure. If other dot game object dot compare tag to player. So if it is the player, then go ahead and activate the bridge by setting active to true. And then if you want to deactivate the bridge, you would say bridge activate.gameObject.set active to false. Okay, so let's pretend like we have two players in the game. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create player 2 in my game. So I'm going to say player 2. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pretend I have two different bridges in the game. So then I'm going to say if it's player, then bridge activate that. But now I'm going to say if it is player 2, and all I have to do is put else if parenthesis, and let me just copy this right here, this line right here. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to call it player 2, and then I'm going to put my parentheses in, and then I'm going to say bridge 2. Which is excellent. So if the player walks into the zone, it will trigger an on trigger enter. Like, yes, a player is in the zone. It will allow that player to go to bridge 1. It will activate bridge 1. However, if it's player 2, bridge 1 will never, ever, ever get activated. However, if it's player 2 the bridge only gets activated on the second bridge, which is really cool. So that'll make sure that player 2 will go on a certain path where bridge 2 is. Player 2 cannot follow the same path as player 1. It's kind of like, oh, that seems kind of fun. Kind of like that. But else if, which is excellent. And you also can do if else if you don't want another condition to happen. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a video on trigger enter, on trigger exit. I think I should do that next. Well, anyway, let's stay with the subject. I'm going to go ahead and take out S if. I'm going to take out bridge 2 and player 2. And I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then I'm going to hop into the game. And let's see what we're going to do with this script. So now we're in the game. And you'll see that there is looks like a little cube here that I had stretched out. And I want to so if the player walks past this, or as soon as the player walks inside of, as soon as the player gets right there, it's going to trigger an event. And that will be our script called bridge. And so what I want to do is I want to take my mouse, I want to click on it, and then in the inspector, I want to drag over the script. So let me click on it again here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that script over, and it will go into the inspector field. You just drop it in. Or what you can do, you can click on add component, and you can go down to scripts and type in bridge if you want. And you can add the bridge that way as well. Let me go back here. Okay, so now if you remember, inside the script, it had the two serialized fields that was player and bridge activate. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the hierarchy. I want to type in player, and I'm going to put player right there in the player field. And then, and as far as the bridge activate, I'm going to have it activate one of the timelines that I have in the hierarchy. So I'll find the timeline and I'll just put it inside the bridge activate. And inside of this game, I have a bridge on a different level. On this level, I just wanted to activate a different game object. And that's the lovely thing about the script, is that you can put anything that you want to activate in there. And in this time, instead of activating a bridge, I just wanted to activate a timeline that activates polls. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do, go to window, and I want to go down to game from my game screen here. That's my player. I love the ivy that I have on these poles. I think that's pretty cool. I can't take credit for the poles. I didn't do the graphics on it. I wish I could. I don't have the patience. Okay, it has started. Excellent. Okay, so this is Evie, and she is about to walk forward, and you see there goes the piece of wood at her feet, and she's about to walk forward. And there it goes. It activates. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, Evie. She's not too happy. So now she's going to go down, and the next object is going to be the invisible liquid there. And let me see if I go a little bit further. Uh-oh. Look like some enemies are about to find me, so I don't want to go that way. But anyway, I wanted to go over the if then statement, and like I said, that trigger event, you'll have that in all your games, that in the if then else statement. All right, well, I hope everybody has a great day, and as always, happy coding.